Rick and Anne Britton have developed a wet season spelling strategy to suit their beef breeding enterprise within the Boulia Shire.
We're very lucky that we've got a situation where we have, on our country, you can break it up into thirds. We've got a third of hill type harder spinifex country, a third of open down Mitchell grass, and then a third of that country is tied up in channel country.
Boulia is situated at the top of the channel country, an area of vast floodplains, extensive Mitchell grasslands and hilly jump-up country. The pasture-growing rains and floods can be few and far between. Rick and Anne run about 4,000 head of cattle as a family business.
We've got three areas that we run independently of each other. Blackmount and Lucknow, which is our breeder country, which both have got hilly, a bit of hard country and some good Mitchell grass on it. Blackmount is probably around about 80,000 acres. We run about 800 breeders up there, and Lucknow is around 110, 116,000 acres, and we run probably 13 to 1400 breeders on that place. You can't run any one of those three with the same system because of different grass types, different land types. Lucknow is a harder, clayer soil. It's a quicker responding.
Rick and Anne have adapted wet season spelling, giving the pasture a chance to rejuvenate over summer, to their own large-scale operation.
You try and have a paddock that's getting a spell, ideally be 12 months, but because of if the seasons are late or early, we might cheat on that a bit and only get it at 8 months.
Rick was inspired to try spelling his own country based on experience.
You have a look at all the stock routes in the area within Pacific Boulia Shire. Bloke that owned this back in the 70s was an old drover, and his story is where all the stock routes were they were eaten out and flogged every year, and then droving would stop at the beginning of November and wouldn't start up until probably Easter and win the first lot of cattle.
When drought hit hard, Rick decided to reduce cattle numbers early.
The drought in 08 made us aware that we took the cattle away at the beginning of 08 and never brought them back until April in 09, so the country had a full wet over it, and we realised how well the country responded with nothing on it. So we thought, well, maybe we need to do that, right through our management system. So that's where it's dawned on us. It hasn't actually cost us any more, it's just been smarter.
The recovery impressed Rick so much that spelling is now a part of his regular management.
And all your good heavy downs country, when you're getting your summer rains, it's having a spell. It's going to really juvenate. Your Mitchell grass is going to grow. You're going to have your flinders and all that stuff in amongst it.
Rains fall unevenly across Rick's country. He spells poorer condition areas where the rain has fallen to allow it to recover first.
As long as you get a wet season every year, it seems to be working for me at the moment.
Rick has matched his cattle breeding calendar to coincide with spelling. His pregnant cows are on the harder country over summer to give the calves a good start.
On the summer months, we have the cattle up in the harder country when they're dropping their calves then. Because they're on the harder country, because you get your storm rain, it's quick responding and they're going to eat it out or it's going to burn off anyway. Because of our conservative stocking rate, those cows were still doing well. They're dropping their calves, they're doing well. So, we're ready to muster them now and bring them into that paddock.
Cows and calves are moved to Mitchell grass country after summer as it retains feed quality.
And then they're remustered and the weaners are taken off them and all sent down there. And both of these places are operated like that.
The Mitchell grass paddocks are destocked at the end of the dry season, ready for spelling over the summer.
What we do, we join our heifers to bulls down here, and they've got to be preg tested in calf before they go back up here. That's when we control when the heifers are calving. So we want them to calve at a certain time of the year, like from about January through to April. So that's when we join them so they calve in that period. And when they go back up, they'll be on that same cycle all the time. You'll only get a few that'll fall out of that cycle.
Calves are weaned back onto the floodplain on Goodwood, where they continue to grow quickly, ready to be joined or later sold as steers or dry heifers. Rick adjusts his stock numbers to provide enough feed to spell paddocks and keep the condition on the cattle.
Our cattle now know that at the end of March, when we muster them, they're going to go into a fresh paddock. You know, they're pretty smart bloody animals. That's why they could fool a lot of people. We need to spell some of our country so we can have steers hitting a target rate at any one time of the year. The management decisions that we're doing here are the right decisions, and where we're going down with this wet weather spelling, we seem to be doing our country a lot better.
He achieves this by stocking below his long-term carrying capacity.
At the moment we're running 80% and our country is recovering from the 2008 drought. Now I don't know, is that because we've had a run of good years or is that better management? But if it's better management, it makes me feel good.
Rick has changed to running more small cattle rather than just Jap-ox. This keeps the cattle numbers up, but they eat less.
You know, so we've actually turned off bullocks 12 months earlier, so that's got, and now we can give that country spell.
This means Rick has cattle which meet a range of market specifications ready for sale.
Mother Nature dictates. We don't have a set management plan. It's all what Mother Nature does, what we're riding around looking at, what our numbers are, what the market's doing, and yeah, it's a pretty open-ended plan. The principles are the same. We need to be sustainable.
Monitoring is important to help make timely decisions.
We've got a helicopter base in the Boulia area now. It's just next door here. So we've been utilising that now to check the waters and see what the rain's doing and see how our feed's responding.
Rick and Anne have proved that spelling country works, even if your paddocks are large and the rain's unreliable.
Have a look at it with an open mind, take your blinkers off and have a look at it and see if it'll work within your operation.
They have also shown that spelling and cattle breeding are complementary.
And straight away, you've improved the country and you've improved your carrying capacity. So it's, money.